Hello and welcome. Right, we have this one poised on the edge. I'm going to time-lapse this because I don't want this to be all about the stone picker, not really. So we're going to get this going. I wish we got a couple, but we haven't. And then we'll get the Estrella over. I'm going to grab that in a minute and bring it across. And we've scanned everything. Yeah, it's just this to do. Yeah, and then we'll have a chat at the end. So I am going to say my words with no further ado. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, leave that to it, and we'll just finish off. Yeah, there's a bit of repairing to do on this, as you will have seen, obviously. Yeah, I did the bridge. It's not bad. I'm quite pleased with it. I thoroughly enjoyed this for the fact that playing around with levels like this on a scale like this, it really is quite. It's good fun. It is. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I always never know whether. Always never know. Yeah, no, that's true. Always never know whether to include you or not in showing, or whether I do that off the cameras. But it is difficult to actually do that. So we can sort of see where we've not done it because of the red, the orangey bits, really, where the nitrogen's not quite right, which is good. I was thinking as I was doing the liming, was that really wise to do the liming at this moment? But now I can see. Yeah, I know I am. I'm sorry. I was a little bit impatient, which is just typical of me. Yeah, so we should. And I think there's another bit further around as well. Yeah, the other corner. Most bit, there's a couple also a little bit. You can see there's a little tiny bit of red. That's the turnarounds, which is about here somewhere. You can see a little dot of red. But there's not much, really. It's better than I thought. This was the field I was really worried about, but yeah, there was some of it. I seriously think that sometimes the smoothing tool is a little bit unfair because it was taking money off me and just, yeah, without doing much at all. So now there's a little bit in that corner. You can see a little oh, and there's also the two turnarounds about here somewhere. A couple of little red dots, which means that wasn't done either. Doesn't look like that's still been done. Oh no, maybe. Yeah, done. Fantastic. Then this corner here, where for some reason the course doesn't seem to touch it quite, which is a bit strange. Yes, I had a very interesting comment yesterday. Well, I'm not sure that I missed it actually. Yeah, the filter on YouTube, sometimes the comments isn't really right. I'm trying to remove it now because sometimes you miss a comment because it says that you've not responded to. That's the standard default filter, and sometimes for some reason it really does miss because I hadn't seen two comments. One from Cavalier. Well, I'd seen Cavalier Roy's, but then when I looked again, I couldn't see it. It said that there was no new comments, and I thought, well, I know there is because Cavalier Roy had actually made a comment to say that glad that we were enjoying the map, and so I responded to that. But then another also very interesting, I was very pleased. Now we had trouble with the enhanced animal system mod because of it producing too much milk. Now the thing that really got me was, and this is not me having a go now either. Oh, is that missing again? Still, it does seem to be rather. Yeah, still not quite right. Well, there are some fields where you just can't get it right. It's I suppose the one way. No, not with this. It really is. We're going to leave it. It is what it is. We're missing little bits. That's about as good as it goes. Yeah, really, I'm not going to forget where I was. Yeah, really interesting comments, and he'd really done his research. He'd gone to the depth of things about how much English cows normally produce milk in a year, and he was telling me that in game it's a little low. And that if I fed my cows as I did always, fed them TMR, that I would expect more than the DEFRA average. And basically he was saying that on par, the amount that the enhanced animal system did was not far off what we should get. And basically that the in-game amount is a little low. So, with that in mind, I'm going to do a bit of testing of the enhanced animal system. I'm also going to respond to the comment on the actual mod review, you could say, where I went through the rundown to sort of show the difference, because although I did show the difference, actually the enhanced animal system, which I do love because it added but I didn't want any cheating, and it was fairly obvious that the amount that you get normally, which is quite low, had gone up by 7 times. Now I'm not sure if it's completely accurate. I'm going to have to look very closely at the comment to know, But it is good news, because it does mean, seriously, that if that is right, and I'm not doubting for 1 minute he did his research terribly well, I'm not that. What it really does mean is, even with a small herd like this, we will actually produce more milk. Now, there's a bad side as well, but again, I like it because it's realistic, and that is the fact. Oh well, yeah. There's another thing that I realised in editing. Yeah, about this map, that is. Yeah. So it really is good for us, because we will basically produce more milk with the smaller herd that we've got, and that has got to be good news. The second thing is, I realise in editing that... No, let's not do it that way. Let's do it this way. I'll point with my mouse. Yeah. Now then, we did buy this entire strip from there to there. Obviously the river splits it, so we lose quite a lot. That section there, including the bit that goes down where those brown lines, that there is all ours. It is. I've not done a field there. I'm not sure. I think we're going to keep that for any further productions. We're going to need the all-in-one by the Lord. Well, that's going to make that it's going to be a perfect place for it. So yeah, we've planted now all that we've done. We will just finish off that bit that our worker hasn't quite done. For some reason he's not done this corner, or she, I didn't actually see. Yeah, so we have got quite a bit of extra land that I knew about when I bought the field, but when I was actually looking at it, I probably would have included the field and extended it a little bit. But then in a way, I'm really glad that we haven't, because we really do need a little bit of extra space for a couple of productions, really. I mean, we've mainly gone into oil. We've also got the corn. I'm going to have a look to see if there's anything that we can actually do with corn. I mean, I don't mean anything we can do with corn. I know there's things we can do with corn, but yeah, it's a bit of a nasty corner at that top there. I wanted to do everything on the new fields. We've already done the old fields. Did we do? Yeah, no, we did. We did do the one thing I'd love to do is get us through till June morning, and then obviously next session we will be doing cutting the grass. Now that's not going to take long, it really isn't, and I'll probably do that myself. So right, let's take this back. There was some. No, that was it. It was the field. That was it. Yeah, but it is true. I am really enjoying our time on this map. It's not got terribly many views, actually. Not everyone's interested in Agres Balconies, but I've got to be honest. I think a lot of people have missed out because it's not your run-of-the-mill Let's Play. It really isn't. It's bringing in a thing that I have never seen before, not in anybody's Let's Play, really. The levels. I don't mean I've not watched everybody, so I can't really say, but I can say that I've not seen anything like this before with the levels, and that I quite like the plateaus. The way that we've had to try to make these really horrible levels work. I've tried a little bit of manual on this road, where I literally did it all manually, and it's bumpy, but then so's the roads. This road's like a racetrack that's got undulations that... seriously, I mean, look, yeah, I mean, I didn't touch that, and that's got massive ruts and things like that. So what we've done is not, and also in some ways it has assisted us by levelling this out, which I'm quite glad, because that was quite terrible. It didn't cost us too much. I think it's about 10,000-15,000, so quite pleased. So I will be switching the enhanced animal system. I think first of all, in the testing that I did on No Man's Land, I'll continue to do that test. But mind you, the trouble is, it probably is better to do it on a live system where we know. What I think we might do is here, because we've got quite a decent sized herd, a 50-50. If we in the morning take great note, and I'll do a couple of screenshots of what we get of everything. Now the manure, I've already got the mod in that actually does this based upon the amount of animals we have, not because Giants does it on the amount of straw that you've got, not the amount of animals that you've got. So ours is based upon true facts. So our manure is slightly more than you would get if you didn't have this mod on. Now obviously we've removed that at the present, and we've taken the milk as well. Yeah, in fact, you can see we've only 51 minutes since we did all the work. That's quite amazing, really, if you're doing those two fields. Let's have a look then. Yeah, you can see the two marks on CP2 where we just cannot get that. I did think there'd be a bit of well, it didn't work out too well on that. So that is our finished, completed. Yeah, and I did a few sessions ago said about converting these. That would be sacrilege. You just can't do that. You cannot remove. I mean, you're paying probably 3 or 4 times the amount anyway for those grapes than you would a standard field. So the last thing you're going to do is rip them out and go into something normal. You're just not going to do that. So we've got 2 barley fields, and we've got 3 sunflower strips, and we've got a little bit of grass as well, and we've got that strip that we've got productions that can go on there, so that's quite good. How is our wood production doing? That's the one thing I am going to say. I've not really focused on it for a couple of times. We're selling the planks, aren't we, and distributing the wood, but where is the wood going to? Yeah, now that is true, because the wood's full, so it's not going anywhere. So really, we ought to be doing something with the wood. That was my real point. I mean, it's not a lot of wood, really. I don't know how much it produces per... Yeah, I mean, that is true. How much actual wood do we've got fast? So that's... Actually, that fills that in 1 month. So we really ought to be doing something with the wood. There's no point in doing that unless we're actually going to do something with it. So with that in mind, now we know we've got a little bit of thing. I think we ought to be doing all my life. See what I mean about the road? It's not your run-of-the-mill road. Yeah, so this is the patch here that for some reason just will not allow me to... You can see it is a bit bobbly, really. So there's this patch here and this patch here. You might be able to get away with a 6 metre, but it is what it is. Yeah, it's an imperfect field. I don't mind it missing a little bit, and the harvester would be just as bad, really. Yeah, and I also said... Now, I don't know how to pronounce Holes FS is actual handle, but I recognise, yeah, there's a modder that I haven't really noticed, and yet I've used nearly all of their work. Our little tiny the wooden things that we've got here, they are actually made by this modder. I've actually got so many mods that I've used with Holes FS that it's quite unbelievable. So yeah, I should show you what I found, and a few of these I've got on other Let's Plays. One of my favourite packs is actually made by Holes. I'll show you, because I'm not sure I'm pronouncing it right, and I'm not sure I can, even if... So it is under lorries, trucks, as the Americans would say. Yeah, I love this pack. It's got very good manure, as only really by the multi-crop greenhouses. The Lizard 1313 and Bodies, one of my favourite sets. I've used this for a long time. I love the hook lift. It's my favourite hook lift. And it's also got a couple of tricks up its sleeves that no other lorry can do, with its very small nose and having the truck bodies on the back of it. You can actually use the AG pack and actually drag this behind, and the straw will go over the nose of this into the back place. Is that a normal lorry? No, it's not. It has special. That's the one. Yeah, these have both got backs. It's a shame, because I've got to be honest, I'd love it if this was a lorry. I really would, but it is. They're all specialists with proper backs and all the rest of it. But it is. That is my favourite hook lift. I love that. It's old, obviously, but it's, yeah, that is what Holes FS. But I say the one that we've got, actually, the actual trailer, those there are also by Holes FS. It also does a fantastic trailer, which was meant for side loading planters, which you can obviously use for everything else. It does come with it. You need to know how to learn it. It doesn't like you lifting and lowering it with the straps on. This I found out on Glenleithan when I was doing my pilot. So yeah, don't raise it if you've got bales, literally, because it will do a shake, rattle and roll and do an absolute terrible mod clash, because it's not, although you can use it for it, it's not really meant. And the something about the strapping system doesn't like movement when you try. It's almost like the straps are trying to burst through the substance, and it really does shake. It doesn't like it at all. So yeah, that's Holes FS. There's a few other things as well that I have used. They were the main things. I do love those little trailers, and I do love the 1313 pack, which comes with fantastic fertilizer, fantastic seeds, second only really to the picking pack for the seeds, and the multi-crop greenhouse pack, which comes also with a production shed that is in that pack. That is phenomenal. Yeah, that it really is only second to that. It's such good value. So yeah, a massive shout out to Holes FS, because he is one of those modders that I've used his work for a long time without realising who he was and what I was using of his. So yeah, I'm really quite astounded, because I really do love the 1313 pack. It is brilliant. That's the one I've used the most of Holes FS. Holes, I think it is. I think it's a silent S at the end of it, but yeah. Ooh, seems to be doing a little. Oh, it's, yeah, I can see why. It's weird. These tractors, this suspension doesn't quite do what it would do in normal life, where that would literally go down, because the bodywork would give a little bit in the middle. Metal does sort of stretch a little bit. Not stretch is the wrong word, but I know what I mean. We are going to leave it there, though. Yeah, it might be a shorter session, because to be honest, there's not been that much. But again, I've always said this: it's about events. I mean, we've done quite a lot of alterations. Yeah, we've done that bridge. I thought it was necessary. I had issues with this on Court Farm either. They don't like the lips of this being left out, and all. Yeah, so we got over it in the end. I had to just raise it up a little bit. It should be all right. But I have had a few difficulties with these where it sort of hits the lip, not terribly, so I'm sure we can live with it. But yeah, otherwise I'd make a land bridge. I've done it before. I did that on Court Farm myself, where you just put, imagine you'd got a what do you call it, like a, yeah, well, the water can come through a pipe, a tube. That's better. That's the right way to say. A tube would go under there, and we would literally fill it in with soil on top of it, basically, which is done in Great Britain a lot, in things like this, where they fill dikes in and then put a pipe in its place. But yeah, that is. So the enhanced animal system, we probably will be testing. I'm going to switch it on, not tomorrow. Oh, I thought we were going to go through till June. We were. This is true. Let's not. Did I check the sales? I will have done. Oh yes, I do. I remember. Yeah, we're going to sleep here for a change, and it is 8 o'clock, and I do want to see what the grass is. We'll check the sales. Not sure what we're going to earn this. Oh no, we've got our grapes and our olives ticking through. We know we check the soap, the sodium hydroxide, so we will obviously really be doing all of that. Brilliant. Fantastic. Now then, grass. I'm intrigued. Alexa, stop. Apologies, I thought I'd actually be finished by now. Yeah, let's see the grass. And still not done the earth. It's still got the bare earth underneath. Maybe when we've cut it, we'll hopefully something. I mean, it's not the end of the world. It's just, obviously, I've never seen it on any of the map. It is a bit strange, but that's definitely third growth stage now, so we can cut the grass. I'm going to see if I'm going to do a course, but if not, I'm going to do it myself. It's only to feed this sheep. This is not to earn us a fortune, but just to assist in us giving the sheep grass. So yeah, I just thought it was highly appropriate not to waste the grass that we'd got. Really, we've got these strips leading up, and I thought, well, we could make use of it, and it would be realistic. Farmers do things like that. So then, sales. No, we've got a baler. We don't really need another one. And ooh, now that to me looks like that barley is ready as well. I was forgetting barley's June. I thought it was July. Yes, 2 fields of barley, both ready for harvest. So, although we are going to do the grass, it's not quite so important as getting our harvest of barley in, and then there's going to be an awful lot of straw. So the grass I might do whilst the harvesters are doing. Harvesters? I thought we'd only got one. We have, this is true. Yeah. I was seriously considering that, though, by Vector Man. I guess it I think we will. I think we'll buy the Starliner. Yeah, I do. I seriously don't think it's not a massive one, but it's not that much smaller really than the Mega that we've got. So we also need to buy, well, it's going to be a normal header to begin with. So no, we need that one. So we're going to go to headers. Now I believe these are very reasonable, if I remember rightly, the star line. It's also, that's the top line. It's smaller than that. It is a small header. It is very small, really. It's a 4.2. It's like the equivalent of the start of Harvester and FS19. Yeah, it is 4.2. I was right. 15,000. Yes, we will. Crop dividers, absolutely yes. I'd be lost without them. I think they're brilliant. Well, you get used to seeing them, really, don't you? Now, do we need... I think we'll pick that up. We have got the TPS. We should pick that up with it. Or do we? No, I think we'll... No, we will. We'll pick it up. I will do that off camera. I'm going to grab that up here myself. I'm not going to bore you with that. But do we stick it on the TPS itself? And then drag a tractor with it behind? That is, yeah, I'm not sure. So then, have we got enough... Yeah, we have got enough trailers. We've got the big truck trailer as well. So, yeah, we'll do the animals next session first before we do anything else. But yeah, we are doing well. 249,013. We'll check through the production. Actually, you know, we'll do that now. It's just one last thing so we can just see how things are going just right now. Yeah, now they're all ticking over nicely. Yeah, the water seeds and manure are all topped completely up. Soap is still going, and it's... Yeah, we need a little bit more of a top up. That will have probably drained all that we've got now. The olives are at 12 tonnes and... the grapes, that seems to be a steady 6 tonnes, which is quite amazing. This grapeseed oil, although it's very slow, when that gets, it does really boost our things an awful lot. It is amazing. So the grapes and the olives, that slow steady trickle of those all the way through the year is our main source of income. That I have got to say, really, definitely true. Yeah, on this, the manure and slurry and the things really, have we done that now? Yeah, we have the oats. We can switch that off now. Yeah, we mainly use this more than anything for making seeds on this Let's Play. So we do need next session to sort out something for this. Actually, I was going to do that. I was running up that hill to actually see that. We've got a way of getting up there a little quicker. I was actually going to grab the John Deere. We could grab the little fence. Yeah, I wanted to do this session because it probably is a smaller session. I said that last time and it was an hour. Right. Now that's a little bit odd. We haven't got any green coming through. Oh, please don't tell me these fields have gone wrong. I'm sure we saw green when we looked. Oh, I can't be doing with fields that aren't. No, it's all shown as green. It's all shown as... Yeah, some of them take a couple of months to sprout through, don't they, really? I usually get green come through, but I have seen that before, I think. Oh, have I got crop rotation on? Because that does weird things when it wasn't... Oh, I have. Ooh. That can do strange things when you suddenly switch it on. Although I can't remember me switching it on, and I've not added it in. So I think crop rotation was always active on this particular set of mods on this particular computer. Yeah, so this here on the left is all that. It's not actually a bad level, truthfully. So then, woods is what we're looking for. I'm thinking of the productions from the Platinum expansion pack, because we're trying to simulate the fact that we've got quite a large forest on especially the field behind us. That's got quite a lot of forest. The other one's got a strip of forest. We're trying to simulate us cutting the trees down without cutting the trees down, with having the forest thing. I think that's not a bad idea, really. And it's not. This one's tiny, so it's not like gonna absolutely go stupendous like the Blue Dragon one, which I do love. That is my favourite. Having seen this now, I'm not blown away with it. It's good, but it's, again, choose your partners wisely. And I don't mean that in a... Some things are more realistic than others as well. Maybe the Blue Dragon's too good and I've got used to it. But yeah, and it could well be that. So then, I'm thinking, which one are we going for? Now then, that needs metal, so that's out. That needs metal. We could always... Oh, no, you have to do that. The iron furnace to do that. And it's a lot of money. I didn't really plan on doing that. See if there's any of the wood things that actually don't need metal. That is... What is that? Trees to... That's expensive. I'm trying to move to a bit where you don't actually... Hang on, is that wool? Because we do produce wool. I believe, if I remember rightly, that's not a bad little earner. Now then, where is the... Yeah, no, I've done it again. I've not switched on interactive zone markers again. Let's switch those on. So I think we've got a winner. We'll send some of our wool to that. Interactive zone markers on. And let's try that again. Now, do we level beforehand? And like sort of do a level in the... I don't think that's a bad idea, actually. Yeah, if we have that... There is the level, and we... Yeah, you see, that to me isn't leveling. But I might be wrong. Frequently am. Right, okay, so I think that's probably about big enough for what we want to do. I do wish these would stay put and not actually keep shifting around as they do. And I think it was that one. Pet accessories. Now that, aha. So is there anything on the other? Oh, there is as well. Now I think the dumping bit, because we'll be... No, well, we're not going to dump much. We're going to probably... Now, will it do something weird if you do the bit where the pallets appear on the road? Yeah, probably. And also, V mode you should use sparingly, really. It always tells you that. Now, that is almost perfectly flat. So we're going to do it. Fantastic. Right, we need to just check, because I think we're going to need to do a little bit more landscaping to get that to work properly. But at least we didn't use V mode, because it does do some strange things, really. Now, I thought I'd... No, it goes... When you go out of the actual bit that you're actually doing it, it goes back to normal. Now then, be careful, you're going to do that weird thing under the floor. Yes. Oh, no, actually, wow, I did that better than I thought. I thought I'd actually not done that terribly well. That's not awfully bad. Yeah, so we're going to switch this on, and then over the day, the wood should go into there, basically. So, interactive zone markers off, and let's have a look at that. So then we need to take... Yeah, birdhouse, we need to wool, and so we need to drop that off, and planks long, we need to be sending those to there. So we need planks now. Oh, hang on a minute. Wood plank, long wood planks, not normal wood planks. So we need to buy the long wood planks. Oh, please don't tell me that's a mega expensive one. If it is, we're going to have to. Yeah, I was thinking of the wood itself, but that's not right. I have a nasty, sneaky feeling that's the really big. Although there is the small one that they made not long afterwards, because they realised that you wouldn't always be able to have that beast on every map. Yeah, there's a little one there. I think that is it. Oh, my life, it's still quite large. Wow. So that's not that much. Well, it is. It is really. Now that, yeah. Okay. Interactive zone markers back on. Yeah, and let's do this down here. That we only just got enough room to do this, actually, looking at that. Oh, it actually stayed on. Yeah, I think we need to, yeah, we're going to have to level quite deeply for this one, looking at that. Yeah, I think we are quite deeply into that hill. So then, level. So we need to draw the back down. Quite a large one, I should say. If we level from about there... Right, ooh. I hate to think what it's done. Oh, actually, no, that's not bad. It's not bad at all. Right, let's see. It did move that time. It only ever gives you one chance. If it feels generous, whatever the criteria is that Giants use for this, it only ever does it once, and then it goes... Yeah, that doesn't seem to have done... Must be the 50s. Now it's only 2,000. That's only 2,000. Let's have a look at the back, because to me, it looked like it had taken a massive chunk. Right, okay then. So, landscaping and soften. Got to get into the habit of saying soften and not the old FS19 terminology. Now then, I'm exposing that to the... Yeah, I can't see us using this other section. I suppose we could actually do a little bit more grass, but I'm not sure. Yeah, it's not what we're not doing the BGA. We're deliberately trying not to do... Let's try and soften those two so it's not too awful, really. And just take that down a little. Fantastic. And now let's do that one too. So then we need to send the wood incoming materials wood. So we need to, from the wood production, we need to distribute, and now it has got somewhere to go. It has. It didn't have anywhere to go before. Now then, wood planks. We want to switch that. I don't want that on. We do want wood planks long, because that is for the other business. Now then, it was. You see, I don't think we're going to have much spare on this. I think this is only powerful enough to actually do this actual stuff. We're going to wood planks long. So let me just see. We've switched that on, but so we're going to distribute that. Well, it's speed time for an hour. That should actually by 9 o'clock. Yeah, I'm not going to take it more though because of the animals. We're not going to starve them in an hour, but that is as far as I'm willing to do it. Right, so should have some wood in there now, and you can see it has gone blue. So yeah, 2,900 is taken all of the wood from this, which will then free this up to now start to actually do the creating of the wood again, which is about 4 tons in a day. So 4 tons a day of wood. I think I'm right. Yeah, I am. It doesn't need much seed. 0.05 seeds, 0.15 manure. So we've got plenty of manure in there. 1.5 water. We've got plenty of water as well. So the wood planks fast is going to go straight into... The wood planks are still going to sell because they're literally. But you could see that wasn't terribly effective. It wasn't keeping the wood down. The wood is being produced far more than that. We shall see that is capable of 2,400 doubled 4.8 tons. Oh, and also a bit of wood chips too. 4.8 planks long. Now that we want to distribute the planks long because that is the one we want. I used to love this on Silver. Yeah, so the birdhouse. We want all of these storing. The wool we're going to manually bring in next session because we've not done anything with it so far. So, yeah, that's going to work. So the wood planks along, they are going to come from that to this. Be better to see this in a month, but at least we've switched everything on ready. So yeah, over the coming hours, that will all do nicely. And that is where we're going to leave it. So we earned a fortune and we sold a fortune. I mean, we've spent a fortune too. Now, interactive zone markers off, please, Mr. Smith. Yeah, so we're going to do in the morning. No, but yeah, we're going to take a good look at 1 month's, because we move pretty much everything. One month of what we get from the manure and the milk and the slurry. Yeah, because no, it did affect the slurry as well. That is true. And we're going to see what we get, and then we're going to switch on the enhanced animal system, and we're going to see what we get the month after. Now, it may take a couple of months to kick in. It might not actually instantly work. So, right, let's take this back over to, so that next session. Yeah, I think, to be honest, yeah, you can overdo productions. I think, like in any Let's Play, you've got to choose a few partners. You need more than one business. Really, you do. It never works if you just have one business. And BGA, you're only ever going to... Well, it does work, but it's slow. Yeah, you've got to have crossover, 2 or 3 businesses at least. But it's not always wise to have lots of businesses, because it gets more and more complicated. I mean, not saying that you can't, but yeah, I personally feel on those Let's Plays where I've had way too many, that's when I make a few more mistakes than if I've just got a couple, because you know you've only got 2 or 3 things to do. But yeah, ooh, did we look at the sales? Yeah, we did. Yeah, I remember. Right. All that remains to be said for this session is I really do hope that you're going to stick with me on this journey. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye for now.